Question 1. A pre-trip inspection should be completed. 1. At least once a week. 2. If any problems occurred the time the vehicle was operated. 3. Before operating the vehicle. The answer is 3. Before operating the vehicle. A CDL pre-trip inspection must be completed before driving, at the start of every workday, and when picking up a new trailer to ensure safety and regulatory compliance. Mandated by the FMCSA, 49 CFR 396.13, it ensures the vehicle is safe to operate, covering the engine, brakes, tires, and coupling system. Question 2. What is the National Response Center? 1. Hotline to report unsafe hazmat drivers. 2. An organization that gives information on how to load hazardous materials. 3. An organization that coordinates emergency response to chemical hazards. 4. Hotline for information about hazardous materials. The answer is 3. An organization that coordinates emergency response to chemical hazards. The National Response Center helps coordinate emergency response to chemical hazards. It is a resource to police and firefighters. It maintains a 24-hour toll-free phone line. Question 3. What should you do when you are driving at night? 1. Make sure you are driving slow enough so you can stop within the range of your headlights in an emergency. 2. Roll down your window so that the fresh air will help keep you awake. 3. If you are sleepy, drink coffee or other caffeine products. The answer is 1. Make sure you are driving slow enough so you can stop within the range of your headlights in an emergency. You are at greater risk when you drive at night. Drivers cannot see hazards as quickly as in daylight, so they have less time to respond. Question 4. What is the meaning of high center of gravity? 1. The higher the vehicle, the lower the center of gravity. 2. The lower the vehicle, the higher the center of gravity. 3. Tank vehicles do not have a high center of gravity. 4. Much of the load's weight is carried high up off the road. The answer is 4. Much of the load's weight is carried high up off the road. High center of gravity. High center of gravity means that much of the load's weight is carried high up off the road. This makes the vehicle top heavy and easy to roll over. Question 5. Which of the following is the correct term for a long commercial vehicle's tendency to swing wide on turns? 1. Sidetracking. 2. Off-tracking. 3. Fishtailing. The answer is 2. Off-tracking. When a vehicle goes around a corner, the rear wheels follow a different path than the front wheels. This is called off-tracking or cheating. Question 6. A tanker endorsement is needed if your vehicle 1. Requires a Class A, B, and D license. 2. Has an aggregated weight of 115 gallons of liquid or liquid gas. 3. Is transporting any hazardous medical waste. 4. Is hauling liquid gas in a tank with an individual rated capacity of 120 gallons? The answer is 4. Is hauling liquid gas in a tank with an individual rated capacity of 120 gallons? A tank endorsement is required if your vehicle needs a Class A or B CDL and you want to haul a liquid or liquid gas in tank or tanks having an individual rated capacity of more than 119 gallons and an aggregate rated capacity of 1,000 gallons or more that is either permanently or temporarily attached to the vehicle or the chassis. Question 7. When a coolant container is part of a pressurized system, you can 1. Check the coolant level of a hot engine. 2. Safely remove the radiator cap and add coolant while the engine is hot. 3. Use water only in the cooling system. The answer is 1. Check the coolant level of a hot engine. Some vehicles have sight glasses, see-through coolant overflow containers, or coolant recovery containers. These permit you to check the coolant level while the engine is hot. Question 8. When you are parked at the side of the road at night, you must 1. Warn others by turning on your four-way emergency flashers. 2. Put your warning devices out within 15 minutes. 3. Use your left turn signal lights to give warning to other drivers. The answer is 1. Warn others by turning on your four-way emergency flashers. When parked at the side of the road. When you pull off the road and stop, be sure to turn on the four-way emergency flashers. This is important at night. Do not trust the taillights to give warning. Question 9. While doing the pre-trip inspection on your vehicle's steering and exhaust system, you found the following problems. Which one, if any, should be fixed before you drive the vehicle? 1. Too many vertical stacks. 2. Oil on the tie rod. 3. Play in the steering wheel of more than 10 degrees, 2 inches on a 20-inch steering wheel. The answer is 3. Play in the steering wheel of more than 10 degrees, 2 inches on a 20-inch steering wheel. Steering system defects. Steering wheel play of more than 10 degrees, approximately 2 inches movement at the rim of a 20-inch steering wheel, can make it hard to steer. Question 10. Containerized loads. 1. Are exempt from hazardous materials restrictions. 2. Are exempt from weight limit restrictions. 3. Generally are used when freight is carried part way by rail or ship. The answer is 3. Generally, are used when freight is carried part way by rail or ship. Containerized loads generally are used when freight is carried part way by rail or ship. Question 11. You are exiting a highway using an off-ramp that curves downhill and you are driving a heavy vehicle. You should 1. Do nothing because the posted speed limit for the off-ramp is usually 10 miles per hour below the safe speed limit for the off-ramp. 2. Slow to a safe speed before the curve. 3. Downshift after you are in the curve. The answer is 2. Slow to a safe speed before the curve. Question 12. Water can safely be used on which of these fires? 1. Electrical. 2. Gasoline. 3. Neither of the above. The answer is 3. Neither of the above. In California, Class A type of fire is also called Class Z. Question 13. 3 things add up to the total stopping distance for your vehicle. They are 1. Perception distance, reaction distance, braking distance. 2. Observation distance, reaction distance, slowing distance. 3. Perception distance, response distance, reaction distance. The answer is 1. Perception distance, reaction distance, braking distance. Leaving adequate space ahead prevents sudden braking and reduces collision risk. Question 14. You are about to go down a long, steep, downhill grade in a newer truck. You should 1. Use a lower gear than you would use to climb the uphill grade. 2. Use the same gear you would use to climb the uphill grade. 3. Use a higher gear than you would use to climb the uphill grade. The answer is 1. Use a lower gear than you would use to climb the uphill grade. The steeper the grade, the longer the grade, and/or the heavier the load, the more you will have to use lower gears to climb hills or mountains. Question 15. Which of these items is checked in a pre-trip inspection? 1. Cargo securement. 2. Whether all vehicle lights are working and are clean. 3. Wiper blades. 4. All of the above. The answer is 4. All of the above. Question 16. If you are stopped on a one-way or divided highway, you should place reflective triangles at 1. 10 feet, 100 feet, and 200 feet toward approaching traffic. 2. 25 feet, 100 feet, and 250 feet toward approaching traffic. 3. 50 feet, 100 feet, and 300 feet toward approaching traffic. The answer is 1. 10 feet, 100 feet, and 200 feet toward approaching traffic. If you must stop on or by a one-way or divided highway, place warning devices 10 feet, 100 feet, and 200 feet toward the approaching traffic. Question 17. When a heavy fog occurs, you should 1. Use high beams for best visibility. 2. Park off to the right side of the road with your parking lights on. 3. Park at a rest area or truck stop until the fog has lifted. The answer is 3. Park at a rest area or truck stop until the fog has lifted. The best advice for driving in fog is do not. It is preferable that you pull off the road into a rest area or truck stop until visibility is better. Question 18. You should plan ahead when you park your vehicle so that 1. It will be very easy for you to check your vehicle before you get back on the road. 2. You are only required to pull forward when you leave. 3. You don't need to back up more than 10 feet. The answer is 2. You are only required to pull forward when you leave. When you park, try to park so you will be able to pull forward when you leave. Because you cannot see everything behind your vehicle, backing is always dangerous. Avoid backing whenever you can. Question 19. What is the main danger of having loose or unsecured cargo? 1. It increases fuel consumption. 2. It can shift and affect vehicle handling. 3. It improves trailer sway stability. 4. It reduces the need for tie-down inspections. The answer is 2. It can shift and affect vehicle handling. Question 20. What kind of tanks have bulkheads with holes for liquid to flow through? 1. Smooth bores. 2. Bullheads. 3. Baffled liquid tanks. 4. Liquid tanker. The answer is 3. Baffled liquid tanks. Baffled liquid tanks have bulkheads in them with holes that let the liquid flow through. The baffles help to control the forward and backward liquid surge. Question 21. A driver should look ahead of the vehicle while driving. 1. 2 to 5 seconds. 2. 5 to 10 seconds. 3. 12 to 15 seconds. The answer is 3. 12 to 15 seconds. How far ahead to look? Most good drivers look at least 12 to 15 seconds ahead. That means looking ahead the distance you will travel in 12 to 15 seconds. Question 22. Which of the following statements is true about overhead clearance? 1. Posted signs for overhead clearance are always correct. 2. Paving a road does not affect the clearance height under bridges or overpasses. 3. Cargo weight may change the height of your vehicle. The answer is 3. Cargo weight may change the height of your vehicle. Question 23. Which of the following statements is true when you are performing a pre-trip inspection on your brakes and suspension system? 1. Brake shoes should be free of oil, grease, and brake fluid. 2. One missing leaf spring is not dangerous. 3. A cracked spring hanger is not dangerous. The answer is 1. Brake shoes should be free of oil, grease, and brake fluid. When inspecting your vehicle's brakes, you should ensure that the shoes and pads do not have oil, grease, or brake fluid on them. Brake shoes must be kept free of oil, grease, and brake fluid to ensure effective friction, prevent dangerous braking failure, and avoid long stopping distances. Question 24. A broken exhaust system is dangerous because 1. Exhaust noise will damage the driver's ears. 2. Toxic fumes and gases could enter the cab or sleeper berth. 3. The leaking exhaust smoke pollutes the air. The answer is 2. Toxic fumes and gases could enter the cab or sleeper berth. A broken exhaust system can let poison fumes into the cab or sleeper berth. Question 25. What components on a school bus create blind spots? 1. Mirrors. 2. Brackets. 3. Support columns. 4. All the above. The answer is 4. All the above. School bus blind spots are created by the bus's body, the engine compartment, and the mirrors themselves, extending up to 400 feet behind the bus and in a 10-foot perimeter around it. Question 26. What is a characteristic of convex mirrors? 1. Show a wider view than flat mirrors. 2. Display a distorted image of objects. 3. Show a narrower view than flat mirrors. 4. Reflect light more intensely. The answer is 1. Show a wider view than flat mirrors. Convex mirrors help eliminate blind spots by showing a wider field of view, though objects may appear smaller and farther away than they are. Question 27. What is the maximum duration of driving allowed after a consecutive 8-hour off-duty period? 1. 8 hours. 2. 9 hours. 3. 10 hours. 4. 11 hours. The answer is 3. 10 hours. After driving for 11 hours or being on duty for 14 hours, you may not drive again until you have had 10 consecutive hours off duty. Question 28. What is the main purpose of checking tire tread depth? 1. To reduce road noise. 2. To ensure traction and prevent hydroplaning. 3. To prevent axle overheating. 4. To increase engine lifespan. The answer is 2. To ensure traction and prevent hydroplaning. Low tread depth increases the effect of hydroplaning, reduces traction and increases stopping distance. Question 29. What is a valid principle regarding backing a heavy vehicle? 1. Backing should be avoided whenever you can. 2. Backing should be attempted without assistance. 3. Backing is always the quickest way to maneuver. 4. Backing is most effective when done quickly. The answer is 1. Backing should be avoided whenever you can. Because you cannot see everything behind your vehicle, backing is always dangerous. Avoid backing whenever you can. Question 30. The distance you should look ahead of your vehicle while driving is highway speed. Dash of a mile at 1. 1/3 inch. 2. 1/4 inch. 3. ½ inch. 4. 1/8 inch. The answer is 2. 1/4 inch. Most good drivers look at least 12 to 15 seconds ahead. That means looking ahead of the distance you will travel in 12 to 15 seconds at highway speeds, it is about 1/4 of a mile. Question 31. Spare electrical fuses are considered to be part of the vehicle's underscore. 1. Electrical fuses repair kit. 2. Electrical equipment. 3. Emergency equipment. 4. Extra mechanical supplies. The answer is 3. Emergency equipment. Vehicles must be equipped with emergency equipment. Look for fire extinguishers, spare electrical fuses, unless equipped with circuit breakers, warning devices for parked vehicles, for example, 3 red reflective warning triangles, 6 fuses, or 3 liquid burning flares. Question 32. What is the consequence for a first-time offense of operating a commercial vehicle under the influence of drugs or alcohol? 1. 3 months. 2. 6 months. 3. 1 year. 4. 2 years. The answer is 3. 1 year. You will lose your CDL for at least 1 year for a first offense for driving a CMV if your BAC is 0.04% or higher, driving a CMV under the influence of alcohol, refusing to undergo blood alcohol testing, driving a CMV while under the influence of a controlled substance, etc. Question 33. Is it advisable to apply the brakes forcefully when a tire blows out? 1. True. 2. False. 3. Sometimes. 4. Only on wet roads. The answer is 2. False. Forceful braking after a blowout can lead to skidding or losing control. Gradually slowing down helps maintain control and stop safely. Question 34. What is the key reason for shifting gears correctly? 1. To conserve fuel. 2. To reduce engine noise. 3. To achieve higher speeds. 4. To help maintain control of the vehicle. The answer is 4. To help maintain control of the vehicle. Proper gear shifting keeps your vehicle under control, especially when driving on grades or maneuvering through traffic. Question 35. How would you define a hazard? 1. A convenient parking spot. 2. A scenic view. 3. Any road condition or user that is a possible danger. 4. An opportunity for a detour. The answer is 3. Any road condition or user that is a possible danger. A hazard is any road condition or other road user, driver, motorcyclist, bicyclist, and pedestrian, that is a possible danger. For example, a vehicle in front of you is headed toward the freeway exit, the brake lights come on and they begin braking hard. This could mean the driver is uncertain about taking the off-ramp. They might suddenly return to the highway. This vehicle is a hazard. Question 36. A vehicle's air brake system should build air pressure back up from 85 to 100 pounds per square inch with an underscore. 1. 30 seconds. 2. 45 seconds. 3. 60 seconds. 4. 2 minutes. The answer is 2. 45 seconds. Check the rate of air pressure buildup for dual air systems. The pressure should build from approximately 85 to 100 pounds per square inch within 45 seconds. Question 37. When balancing cargo weight, the primary objective is to maintain the load in a 1. Forward bias position. 2. Centered position. 3. Rearward bias position. 4. Leftward biased position. The answer is 2. Centered position. Question 38. When conducting a pre-trip inspection and assessing your steering and exhaust systems, which statement is accurate? 1. Exhaust system issues can be easily ignored. 2. The exhaust system has no bearing on vehicle operation. 3. Steering wheel play of more than 10 degrees, 2 inches on a 20-inch steering wheel, can make it hard to steer. 4. Steering wheel play has no impact on steering ease. The answer is 3. Steering wheel play of more than 10 degrees, 2 inches on a 20-inch steering wheel, can make it hard to steer. Steering system defects. Steering wheel play of more than 10 degrees, approximately 2 inches movement at the rim of a 20-inch steering wheel, can make it hard to steer. Question 39. On which type of vehicles should you avoid using stab braking? 1. Vehicles with manual transmissions. 2. Vehicles with automatic transmissions. 3. Vehicles with large cargo loads. 4. Vehicles equipped with anti-lock brakes. The answer is 4. Vehicles equipped with anti-lock brakes. Stab braking. Apply your brakes all the way. Release the brakes when wheels lock up. As soon as the wheels start rolling, apply the brakes fully again. Stab braking can only be done in vehicles without anti-lock brake systems, ABS. Question 40. What potential issue can arise from brakes becoming wet when driving through a heavy rain? 1. Will lock up. 2. Reduce tire wear. 3. Improved fuel efficiency. 4. Enhanced braking performance. The answer is 1. Will lock up. When driving in heavy rain or deep standing water, your brakes will get wet. Water in the brakes can cause the brakes to be weak, apply unevenly, or grab. This can cause lack of braking power, will lockups, pulling to one side or the other, and jackknife if you pull a trailer. Question 41. What is the hazard of transporting liquid in a tank? 1. The vehicle being pushed forward when stopping due to liquid surge. 2. Fires, explosions. 3. Leaks and spills. 4. All of the above. The answer is 4. All of the above. Liquid cargo presents risks such as surge effects during braking, flammability, and potential for leaks. These dangers demand extra caution. Question 42. Because double and triple trailers have more underscore to pull, it increases chances of losing traction and skidding in adverse weather conditions. 1. Dead axles. 2. Converter gears. 3. Ring hitches. 4. Kingpins. The answer is 1. Dead axles. In bad weather, slippery conditions, and mountain driving, you must be especially careful if you drive double and triple bottoms. You will have greater length and more dead axles to pull with your drive axles than other drivers. There is more chance for skids and loss of traction. Question 43. How can controlled braking be defined? 1. Slamming on the brakes abruptly. 2. Completely releasing the brake pedal. 3. Applying minimal pressure to the brakes. 4. Applying brake firmly, but not enough to lock up. The answer is 4. Applying brake firmly, but not enough to lock up. Controlled braking. With this method, you apply the brakes as hard as you can without locking the wheels. Keep steering wheel movements very small while doing this. If you need to make a larger steering adjustment or if the wheels lock, release the brakes. Reapply the brakes as soon as you can. Question 44. Identify essential components of a vehicle steering system. 1. Rear view mirror, horn, seatbelt. 2. Cup holder. Glove compartment, windshield wipers. 3. Air conditioning, radio, headlights. 4. Spindle, tie rod, drag link. The answer is 4. Spindle, tie rod, drag link. Spindles, tie rods, and drag links work together to provide accurate and responsive steering in heavy vehicles. Question 45. What does gross combination weight, GVW, refer to? 1. Weight of power unit, plus trailer, plus cargo. 2. Weight of power unit, minus trailer, minus cargo. 3. Weight of fuel in the vehicle. 4. Weight of passengers in the vehicle. The answer is 1. Weight of power unit, plus trailer, plus cargo. Gross combination weight, GCW. The total weight of a powered unit, plus trailers, plus the cargo. Question 46. What is a potential consequence of inadequate weight on the front axle? 1. Improved steering response. 2. Enhanced tire longevity. 3. Can cause poor traction. 4. Reduced fuel consumption. The answer is 3. Can cause poor traction. Without adequate front axle weight, traction may be lost, especially on slick roads, affecting control and steering. Question 47. A safe speed on a curve for a straight truck may be to when pulling double or triple trailers. 1. Slow. 2. Fast. 3. Appropriate. 4. Inconsistent. The answer is 2. Fast. What may be a safe curve speed for a straight truck can be too fast for double or triple trailers due to their reduced stability. These setups require more cautious maneuvering to avoid rollovers. Question 48. How would you define an escape ramp? 1. A special lane for overtaking slower vehicles. 2. An exit at the bottom of a hill to slow you down and stop. 3. A rest area with picnic tables and facilities. 4. A lane dedicated to emergency vehicles. The answer is 2. An exit at the bottom of a hill to slow you down and stop. Escape ramps have been built on many steep mountain downgrades. Escape ramps are made to stop runaway vehicles safely without injuring drivers and passengers. Escape ramps use a long bed of loose, soft material to slow a runaway vehicle, sometimes in combination with an upgrade. Question 49. Battery fluid is listed under what class of hazardous material? 1. Class 8. 2. Class 4. 3. Class 9. 4. Class 1. The answer is 1. Class 8. Battery fluid is a corrosive substance, classified as Class 8 hazardous material. It can cause burns, irritation, and serious eye or respiratory damage. Question 50. Is it possible for federal inspectors to conduct an inspection of your truck or bus? 1. No. Only state inspectors are authorized. 2. Yes, and can also place you out of service. 3. Yes, and it's a routine procedure. 4. No, federal inspectors only examine passenger cars. The answer is 2. Yes, and can also place you out of service. Federal and state inspectors also may inspect your vehicles. If they judge the vehicle to be unsafe, they will put it out of service until it is fixed. Question 51. How can you determine the appropriate time to shift gears? 1. Vehicle weight, outside temperature. 2. Tire pressure, radio volume. 3. Engine speed, road speed. 4. Wind direction, fuel level. The answer is 3. Engine speed, road speed. Knowing when to shift up. There are 2 ways of knowing when to shift: use engine speed, RPM, and use road speed, mile per hour. Question 52. All except one must be completed for a CDL with hazmat endorsement to be renewed. 1. Pass the hazmat recertification knowledge test. 2. Pay fingerprint check. 3. Complete a state security threat assessment application. 4. Submit a renewal application. The answer is 3. Complete a state security threat assessment application. The Hazardous Materials Endorsement Threat Assessment Program, at federal level, conducts a threat assessment for any driver seeking to obtain, renew and transfer a hazardous materials endorsement on a state-issued commercial driver's license. Question 53. What is a smoothbore tank? 1. Tankers with smooth manhole covers for easy access. 2. Tankers that are smooth on the outside. 3. Baffled tanks that have smooth openings for easier cleaning. 4. An unbaffled liquid tanker. The answer is 4. An unbaffled liquid tanker. Unbaffled liquid tankers, sometimes called smoothbore tanks, have nothing inside to slow down the flow of the liquid. Therefore, forward and back surge is very strong. Unbaffled tanks are usually those that transport food products, milk, for example. Question 54. In a traffic emergency where collision avoidance is crucial, which statement holds true? 1. Always apply the brakes immediately. 2. You should come to a complete stop. 3. You can almost always turn to miss an obstacle more quickly than you can stop. 4. Swerving is never a safe option. The answer is 3. You can almost always turn to miss an obstacle more quickly than you can stop. Stopping is not always the safest thing to do in an emergency. When you don't have enough room to stop, you may have to steer away from what's ahead. Remember, you can almost always turn to miss an obstacle more quickly than you can stop. Question 55. Which statement accurately describes rear drive while braking skids? 1. They primarily occur on dry roads. 2. They are less likely when towing a trailer. 3. They are only a concern for front-wheel drive vehicles. 4. When pulling a trailer, the trailer can push the towing vehicle sideways. The answer is 4. When pulling a trailer, the trailer can push the towing vehicle sideways. Braking skids involving rear drive wheels while towing can cause the trailer to push the towing vehicle sideways. Controlled braking helps maintain directional control. Question 56. When parking, drivers need to be aware of how parking lots are arranged, so they can underscore when exiting a parking space. 1. Pull straight through. 2. Pull around other vehicles. 3. Back up carefully. 4. Align with other vehicles. The answer is 1. Pull straight through. Make sure you do not get in a spot you cannot pull straight through. You need to be aware of how parking lots are arranged in order to avoid a long and difficult escape. Question 57. When it comes to emergency brakes, what is the crucial factor to bear in mind? 1. Emergency brakes should be used as a substitute for regular brakes. 2. Emergency brakes provide better stopping power than regular brakes. 3. Emergency brakes are only effective at high speeds. 4. If the wheels are skidding, you cannot control the vehicle. The answer is 4. If the wheels are skidding, you cannot control the vehicle. Question 58. In what scenario might adhering to the legal maximum weight not guarantee safety? 1. Urban driving. 2. Short distance trips. 3. Highway cruising. 4. Mountain traveling. The answer is 4. Mountain traveling. During bad weather or in mountains, it may not be safe to operate at legal maximum weights. Take this into account before driving. Question 59. When another vehicle is following closely behind you, what action should you take to enhance safety? 1. Decrease your speed gradually. 2. Maintain your current speed. 3. Increase the space in front of your vehicle. 4. Flash your brake lights to signal the driver behind you. The answer is 3. Increase the space in front of your vehicle. Question 60. What are some components you should inspect at the front of your vehicle during a walk-around inspection? 1. Cup holders, radio controls. 2. Signal and clearance lights, headlights. 3. Windshield wipers, air conditioning vents. 4. Seat adjustment levers, rear view mirror tilt. The answer is 2. Signal and clearance lights, headlights. Go to front of vehicle and check that low beams are on and both of the four-way flashers are working. Push dimmer switch and check that high beams work. Turn off headlights and four-way emergency flashers. Turn on parking, clearance, side marker, and identification lights. Turn on right turn signal, and start walk-around inspection. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and join our channel membership. Thanks.